Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and today we are going to be doing some meditation because that's basically what we do here. We meditate. We strengthen our ability and resolve to go inward and explore what's really going on at the core of our being. Hey, so who do we have here? Okay, first of all, we have P. Barrow. It's good to see you here. So happy that you could make it. And we got JT Farms, who is our resident Twitch shaman. She is my shaman. She's the shaman of the channel, and so you better watch out. She's also someone who can help you out if you're in a pinch. So talk to JT Farms about that. Those of you who don't know, she's also a very skilled poet, and if you need any poetry advice, I would recommend JT Farms. She's got some poetic beauty to spill out onto the world. So what's going on? What is going on in the world today? How is everyone doing on this day? What is this, Tuesday? In the US it's Tuesday at least. I will wait and I will be silent until I hear something. It's been a great day. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, JT Farms. What have you been up to? Why has it been so great? Have you just felt great, or my day was kind of interesting. So I do day trading and some swing trading, and I was doing that this morning, and I noticed my emotional state was being strongly attached to the price of the numbers going up and down on the screen. And like every once in a while that happens, and it's like so weird. It's like, why am I giving that emotional investment? Why am I allowing myself to be controlled by numbers moving upward or downward on a screen? Sure, yeah, it's money, right? But still, I don't need to. I can do it with a logical, cool-headed mindset. I don't need to be like distraught when the number goes down a little bit and excited when the number goes up. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. It's not the logical best approach to take, I feel. So today I caught myself doing that, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. Let's see. JT Farms, you say self-love all day, embracing joy. Yeah, why are you, damn it? Wait, that's a lot. See, when the streamer doesn't follow along, like when the person, specifically in the context of when the person says something, you never know like exactly what they mean sometimes. But that's a funny chain if you read it just straight through, like it all happened at once. But yeah, that's cool that you've been experiencing self-love all day. You've been embracing joy all day. That's what it's all about. I mean, joy, that is what it is all about. If you can go in to that place of love and light within yourself, and you can just feel that love and light all day, then everything in the world is gonna come natural and easy, because you're coming from a place of truth. So you're coming from a place of truth, and when you go out into the world, you can bypass all of the ego dynamics that exist between people, because people like to, you communicate via the ego for some reason. It's like the thing in fashion. But anyways, you can bypass all that, because the layer of truth, the layer of love, is foundational. Here's the layer of the ego, and here's the layer of truth. It's at your core, and it's eternal, and that place is never going anywhere. So if you can be in that spot, and if you can communicate from that spot, you can bypass all the ego illusion and connect directly with the person, heart to heart, one to one, from a place of truth to a place of truth. And in that love, you're one with them. You're in a state of oneness, and that's how we want to connect with people in the world. We don't want any of this ego bullshit. I'm sick of it, to be perfectly honest. But you say, JT Farms, you're saying, keep track, damn it, Jim. You don't get a lot of these joyful days. I'm loving it. All right, okay. Well, tell me more about it. Tell me more. What did you do while you were feeling joy? What experiences did you have? What activities did you engage in? How are you perceiving the world? Anything you want to say about it. I'd like to hear more. And maybe these meditations are helping. Maybe you've been coming consistently for a while now. There's a chance we've been breaking through the level of the ego and going down beneath to the state of oneness. Self and soul danced all day. Wow. They were dancing all day. These sessions are the best. You enjoy them. You're the resident shaman. You know, you're without you, I don't know what this channel would be. So thank you so much for all you do. And I don't know if you noticed, but if you look at the little icons to the next to your name, you are officially a VIP. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that you are a VIP. I wonder if I can change that instead of saying VIP to shaman. Would you be down with it? I think I'm going to do that. Because that's what you are. You're the channel shaman, and I think that would be so cool if I can change that from VIP to shaman. And then you say, you know, I do thanks so much, breakthroughs. I know. Thank you, Agni. Well, with love, yeah, and with love to you too. You know, I mean, you're here. You're connecting with me. It's so important to just be here in a place of truth. You know, that when we live in such a plastic world, you know, everything is paved over or covered in plastic, and it's like it's just who wants to be in that world? You know, it's better to resonate with your natural setting, with your natural surrounding, and that's going within. You know, when you go within, when you go into that place of oneness, all that other stuff ceases to have meaning, because you realize, you know, you remember who you are, you remember that you're home and that you're eternal and that you've never left that state of perfect oneness, and that perceptually what's been going on is that simply there's been a little veil, you know, over your third eye sight, and it's just been making, you know, things look a little dark or different and weird and distorting images, right? It's basically you're sitting in the allegory of the cave, Plato's cave, right? You're sitting in the cave, you've been chained to the wall, you're watching the shadows on the wall as if they are actually the creatures and people that are walking by behind the cave entrance, right? Because that's what you have going on. I don't know. I want to make sure everyone's familiar with the allegory of the cave. This is pretty important writing, and I think it's pretty profound. So basically, you got these prisoners who their whole lives have been chained up inside a cave, and their heads have been, you know, clasped such that they're looking forward. They can only see the cave wall, and behind them is the entrance to the cave. And there's like animals and creatures that walk by. Hey, Terror Time's here. Awesome. All right. Terror Time, I'm so glad you're here. Everyone and anyone who has not checked out Terror Time's stream, definitely go check it out. It is super powerful. It is super high intensity. It is love. It is joy. It is such a great workout. You will have a quality workout, and you will do so with a smile on your face the entire time, which is basically the best thing you could ask for a health and wellness teacher, right? To be able to give you that, like, who else can give you that? That's just incredible. Check out her stream, drop her a follow. It will take you 2 seconds, and then you can just watch her stream, and you'll be hooked. You'll be hooked. Terror Time, we were just talking about Plato's allegory of the cave. Have you ever heard about Plato's allegory of the cave? I mean, if not, you probably haven't heard about it in a while. I'll tell you the idea, the premise behind it. So you have these prisoners that are shackled up to a cave wall, right? And their heads are bound such that they can only see the cave wall. They can't see the entrance, the cave entrance behind them, and where people are walking by back and forth, and they're bringing their animals back and forth, right? So they're seeing just a reflection of it in the cave wall, just the shadow images, right? And they think that is all that exists, because those people and animals are not allowed to come in the cave, right? So and they can't hear anything from back there either. So all they see is just the shadows moving and dancing on the cave wall in front of them, and they think that's it. They think that's what reality is. So they start naming the shadows that are dancing on the cave wall in front of them. They say, when a shadow moves like this, it is an X, or when a shadow moves like this, it is a Y, or a shadow that's shaped like this is a Z, right? So they come out, and that's their whole world, right? That's their whole existence. And then one day, one of the prisoners is able to cut loose the latch from his foot that's tying him to the cave wall, and he's able to take off the binding around his head such that he can go outside the cave and see life for, real life for the first time. Because prior to that, he was just seeing, these images, these mental representations on the cave wall. He wasn't seeing the real thing, right? So he goes to the cave wall entrance, and the light is just so bright he can't even see it. Right? He can't even open his eyes all the way. It's too bright. So then it takes him a couple days for his eyes to acclimate to the actual pure light that is abundant all around him. Right? A normal day. Right? It's something that you and I experience every day. But this prisoner had never experienced the light of a real day. And this person is amazed to see people and animals and creatures for the real time. And he looks in the cave wall and he realizes that the sun was just giving reflections of shadows on the cave wall. And that's actually what his whole life he had been seeing, were these reflections. He never saw the real world. He was seeing a representation, a reflection of the real world. So then he's out there for a while, and he's like, this is amazing, blah, 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 and he does a bunch of things. So then he comes back in the cave, and he's all excited, right? Because he's seen the real world. He's seen what actually exists. And he comes up to his friends, right? The other prisoners that were bound there. And he's like, hey guys, you're not going to believe this. But there's this whole real world out there, and it's beautiful, and it's just filled with light, and it's just so amazing, and it's wonderful. And like, guess what all the prisoners tell him? They say, What are you talking about? There's nothing out there. No. These shadows are all that exists. And he's like, no, trust me. You got to believe me. And they all think he's loony. And they refuse to accept the notion that there could possibly be this other realm, this glorious realm of like light, the real world that actually exists, on the other side of the cave, beyond the cave wall. So that's the allegory of the cave, and that basically, you can relate that to real life, right? Because what we're seeing is basically the world as our senses perceive it, right? We can only because we're in a finite form, we can only take in a minuscule amount of the data that actually exists in the outside world, and we take it in via our five senses. We smell something and we know, so we can tell what it is, right? You smell the scent of like a cake, and there's cake there, right? You touch something and you can feel that it's sharp or painful. You see something, right? You see, a bicycle. Well, that's a bicycle, right? That's how you take in information, right? But we're not taking in the full spectrum of information. We're taking just this tiny little amount of data within the visible realm, right? We're not seeing X-rays. We're not seeing gamma waves. We're not seeing anything else. Just this tiny little spectrum, right? And from this tiny little spectrum of data, we construct and we project an entire reality. And that's the ego. That's what the ego does, and that's how it survives. Basically, it survives because its whole existence is contingent on this other realm on us not being able to see. Because if we could see perfectly, if our third eye was perfectly clean, then we could, and our sight was not being obstructed at all, we would be able to see life as it actually is. We'd be able to see the pure love and radiance and joy that exists and that comes through and emanates through every living being on the planet, right? We'd be able to be one with that. But alas, our third eye is obstructed, by ego. So the allegory of the cave is basically saying, like, look, we have this ego over our eyes, clouding our vision. We're not seeing things as they actually are. Or as Kant said, years later, we're seeing the phenomenal world, the world of sensory experience. We're not seeing the noumenal world, which is the world of the way things actually are. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So I was just super loquacious. I am so sorry about talking so much. Let's go back a little bit and see what people have been saying. All right. So we had Terror Time came in with a bang. Terror Time came in with tons of emotes, like she always does, which is incredible. She hypes it up, gets everyone really excited, which I like, because I like intensity, I like excitement, right? I think that's a good thing. That's something you want, right? We had that, and then we had JT Farms. You were saying some nice things. All right, everything's great. Everything is great. JT Farms, you've finally been able to just turn towards the cave door. Your eyes are still adjusting, but damn, I feel the light for today. That is a fucking win. Absolutely, yes. You broke through the shackles, the ones on your arms and the ones on your legs. You were able to break through them. It took you a lot of years and a lot of self-work and self-improvement, but you were determined. And that's why I love you, because you were determined and you broke through those shackles, and now you're finally ripped them off, and you're weary, you're tired, but you're able to get up and turn around, and you're starting to, yeah, you're walking out. You're walking towards that cave door, and it's light and it's bright and it stings your eyes, right? Because you've never seen that direct light before. But eventually your third eye will acclimate to it, and then it won't be painful, and you'll go into it and you'll be like, wow, this is how things are supposed to be. I've been looking at the cave wall this whole time. I haven't been seeing reality as it actually is, right? Weary. Yeah, I mean, think about your journey, right? It's been such a journey for you, JT Farms. You've had to battle through some of the craziest scenarios and life situations and traumas, and you faced your demons. I mean, we all have, but you've really battled through hard, and you're breaking out because of it, because you stuck in there. And that's what it's about. You kept fighting, JT Farms. You never gave up. You just kept fighting. You were like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna feel this love. I want that love and joy. I want to go through this. I want to work through this thing, whatever issues and traumas I've experienced. And oh, thank you so much for following, DJ Crushans, man. Cool. All right, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated the follow. But yeah, JT Farms, you're working through this, and you're turning towards the cave entrance, and you're walking out into the light. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you come here and that you do the self-work required to be able to resolve the internal chaoses and issues that we all have inside. I mean, most people run away from those problems. Most people are super scared of themselves. They're scared to look within. They don't want to go inside to their hearts because they're afraid what they'll find there. But if you go inside, if you're willing to explore and really do meditation and yoga and qigong and all the energy arts, and you're willing to really travel within, internally into your soul and see what is there, you're going to see a place of pure love and pure oneness. The whole notion that there's like this stain, or that there's there's problems, or that you're inadequate, or that you're not perfect is messed up. That right there, that notion is the actual problem. If it wasn't for that notion, we'd all realize that we're one, we're perfect, we're just as we always were. We've never left that place of pure oneness. But the ego mind tells us that we're bad, or we should feel shameful, or whatever. We shouldn't go into that place of love within us, right? But that's because the ego wants to persist, right? Because if we all went into that place of love and oneness and realized that we are love and pure love, and our essence is true love, then we'd be able to extend that outward towards everyone, and the ego would no longer have any hold over us. And that's the goal. That's the goal. All right, JT Farms, you were saying nothing compares to the feelings of being to embrace oneself. Yeah. Nothing compares to the feeling of being to embrace oneself. But how often are people willing to do that, right? Everyone's constantly distracted by external events. Event X happens, event Y happens, event Z happens. And then the outcomes of those events are going to draw your attention in those different directions. The stock market crashed, I got a scratch on my car, I got to eat this meal, my second cousin died, whatever, right? There's always like crazy things going on in the world. So our attention, the ego sets it up such that our attention is divided among all those things external to us, but we don't have time to venture inward, internally, to that place of love. And the ego doesn't want us going there. But if we always have that choice, we can always do meditation and remember who we are by going deep into that place of love and saying, oh yeah, duh, what was I thinking? This is my pure essence. This is who I am. This is what I've always been. Why was I afraid? Why would I venture out? It doesn't make any sense, right? And then you also said, it ain't pretty inside, but there is beauty still in the chaos and turmoil. Yeah, and that's a really good point. That's so true. There is beauty in the chaos and turmoil, right? Sometimes you can find beauty in anything, right? In some of the most chaotic situations. I'm a chess player. I'm a chess instructor. That's my job. And when I teach chess, sometimes I'll look at a position, or when I'm playing competitively, I'll look at a situation and I'll say, wow, it's so chaotic, but like it's so beautiful because there's so many variations. There's so many ways the game could go. And you never know how it's going to go. It is interesting though, because I don't know if you know this, if my viewers out there are chess players, but there are objectively best chess moves. So chess computer engines have own the day now. You know, humans don't stand a chance, so they beat all the top players. And so whenever if you play a game of chess, you can input all your moves into the computer engine, and it will spit out, you know, all the best moves, and you know, tell you like what's the best about that. So there is that logical, orderly principle, but because our minds are finite, and within the spatial temporal realm, we only can process so much of it. So what seems like chaotic, disorganized groupings of things are actually like there's a logic to them, but we just can't see it. Okay, wow, I've been talking a lot. I got to take it easy. Our energies are so vibing tonight. Oh, so you're high energy too. Yeah, you've been feeling the love all day too. Well, that's wonderful. So you said you've been feeling it, and so yeah, and we're both floating on that level right now. So that's good. And there's going to be days where we don't, right? And we have to, you know, not be disappointed in moments like that. You know, we just try to remember, you know, who we are, and go from there. All right. Well, this is titled Meditation with Agni James, and I'm Agni James. So in order for me to honor my commitment of staying true to the title, we're going to meditate. So, oh hey, Imbalanced Physique showed up. Awesome. So good to see you. Everyone check out Imbalanced Physique. He is an incredible streamer here on Twitch in the fitness and health community. He's such a wonderful, kind human being. It's funny. I think the last 2 times I've rated you. One time you were what were you doing? You were taking off your shirt, I think. And then the other time you were AFK. It's pretty funny. Like of all the times when I could have rated you, but like it's funny. But check him out. And Kitten's Kung Fu is here too. All right. So definitely check out Imbalanced Physique. He's a fitness streamer, great here on Twitch. He does a lot of awesome stuff in his channel, and why I like the guy so much is A, he's genuine, and B, he's so dedicated to improving himself. He wants to work hard to be in much better shape, to balance out his muscles, right, to get into that balanced physique. And then Kitten's, I mean, what can I say about Kitten's Kung Fu? One of the most incredible people I have met here on Twitch. Super genuine, super honest, super minimalistic. He's not going to sit here with, you know, a million props. He's going to tell you it like it is. He's going to show you the correct way to do the postures. He does martial arts, qigong. He does all sorts of the energy arts, the internal energy arts. And he's going to show you how to do it with proper form. And he doesn't need the gimmicks, you know. That's why I like the guy. He's Chicago style. He's Chicago style, basically. That's what I want to say about him. Definitely check out Kitten's Kung Fu stream. Drop him a follow. Wonderful dude, and just one of the nicest guys you'll meet. Yeah, he is an excellent instructor. I've learned a lot from him. I've done his Qigong classes numerous times now, and he's just a wonderful human being. There really are a lot of wonderful human beings in the fitness and health category on Twitch. Those of you who are maybe new to the fitness and health category, stick around more often, because you'll feel the positivity, you'll feel the love, you'll feel the sense of community, and you can be part of that, right? There's a lot of toxic gaming channels on Twitch. You know, there's some gaming channels which are amazing and positive and great, and then there's some that are just so, you know, decrepit and morally depraved, right? But regardless of what kind of channel it is, if you come to the fitness and health community, you're going to get love and positivity, and we're going to support you, and we're going to be there for you, and we're all working together to try to improve ourselves. And that's what brings us together. That sense of purpose, right? To try to become a better version of ourselves, right? I mean, not many people in the world are that dedicated, but you know, we do it. We do it day in and day out, and we pick each other up when we're down. So definitely check it out. Let's see. Kittens, you said thank you for the very nice words. Oh, well, I wouldn't be saying, you know me, I'm Mr. Blatantly honest and genuine, and I'm authentic. You know, I'm going to say it like it is. I'm a little too blunt nowadays, but yeah, I say it because that's just the way it is. That's the way it is, brother. Imbalanced Physique, you say, oh, DJ Crucians that followed you is also me. I'm a gaming account. Oh, cool. All right, nice. Well, thank you for supporting me, man. There you go. Right there is a perfect. It's the double follow. That is a perfect example of someone in the fitness and health community helping out another fellow streamer, right? In the fitness and health community, right? If you believe in what someone does, help them out. I mean, another follow gives them a little more exposure, right? The Twitch algorithm then picks that up, and it's like, oh, maybe we'll put you a little bit higher in the whatever in the views in the view lists or whatever. So yeah, that's awesome. That's perfect example of what we were just talking about. Okay, so yeah, how is Kit Kat? she's punking my new puppy right now. Oh, all right. We got some intense chat going on right now. I don't know. What should we do? Should we talk some more, or should we hop into the meditation? They're playing behind you. That is awesome. JT Farms, one of these days we're gonna have to get some live footage. We're gonna have to get the live footage of them playing and just put this, stream the animals, playing behind you. We could have like kittens. You know what we could do? We could have like Mia on one camera, and then we could have Terra Time. We could have your dogs on another camera, and then we could have like my cat Parmenides on another camera, and Joy's. We could just have like a bunch of squares of all our animals up on the screen once, like, and just have like a mass stream. That would be pretty funny. Because people like to see the streamers' animals. Everyone wants to see the streamers' pets. That's like one of the big draws, right? When I'm watching stuff, I like seeing people. I like it when people bring out their pets and say, hey, this is part of my family. Check out Mia, right? She means the world to me. And it's like, yeah, it's like that's a good cat. It's cool. It's cool to check it out. So that would be cool. Maybe we could do just like a 20 streamer pet show or something. I don't know. And then in Balance Physique, you said, you've done so much for me by rating my streams and thought of me, yet alone building yourself here in the fitness community is by being consistent is amazing. Dude, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, man. And yeah, the fitness and health community here is amazing. And I try to stream consistently. I don't stream the longest. Like there's some people, like you can stream a pretty long time. There's some people that will stream for like 5 hours, and it's like wild. And I'm like, man, how are you doing that? Or 6 hours. I stream shorter durations, but I try to be more consistent. I say, okay, we'll do like an hour tonight and like an hour tomorrow, right? So I try to do like 6 days a week, and then, but just like around an hour at a time. And then let's see, JT Farms, you said, been doing great ignoring through meditation, especially my deep, long morning sessions. So you're ignoring the animals when they're going crazy around you. Yeah, I get that. You have to, right? Because they kind of are external distractions, right? When you're sitting there trying to meditate and you got your cat like meowing in your face and like and your dogs are like running circles around you. I mean, it can be a little distracting, right? You want to be like, hey, knock it off. Shh, be quiet for a second. I'm trying to like, go down deep and find the place of inner peace, and you're sitting there rubbing your tail in my face. It's like, chill out a little bit. Let me do my thing. We'll play when I'm done. But it's kind of hard to communicate that to like a dog or a cat, right? So you kind of have to just deal with them and let it be sometimes. Let's see, JT Farms, you said, been doing great ignoring through meditation. Yeah. No choice, easy to zone out now. It was hard a few years ago. Yeah, well, that shows how much you've progressed, right? Because initially, any little distraction is going to throw you off. When I started meditating, like the tiniest noise, the tiniest creak somewhere in the house would like, throw me off, and I would lose my train of thought, and then it would take a while to get back into that peace of mind, right? But then, the more you meditate, the more you do it, the more you learn to block all that out, to just clear your mind and not allow that stuff to affect your mind, right? So you can sit there in that state of perfect peace and love and joy. And, even if your cat is, hell-bent on putting her tail in your face, you're just going to ignore it. One cool story, and this is something that I experienced a few years back. I was camping, and I was sitting around a bonfire, and the mosquitoes were crazy. They were absolutely crazy this camping trip. I know a guy who owns a 15-acre island on the Rock River in Byron, Illinois, and I rented out from him a couple weekends every summer every year. And my friends and I go out there and we just all camp out there and we party and just have a great time. It's a beautiful location, right? But yeah, this one trip there were tons of mosquitoes, like, and everyone's constantly spraying DEET all over their bodies and their faces, and it was insane. You know, they kept the mosquitoes were literally like going like it's like stinging through the DEET, like it wasn't even working, and it was like deep woods off. You know, I mean, if you get like something that's like that used to be like 98% DEET. It's like if a mosquito is going to literally sting you through a drop of mosquito repellent, that's pretty crazy, right? But so anyways, we were getting bit up all weekend, and so we're constantly doing this. We're constantly slapping away those mosquitoes, right? And I decide, you know what? Fuck it. I could sit here and allow myself to be uncomfortable and allow these mosquitoes to just ruin my day when I'm on a beautiful island, or I can choose not to allow them to affect me. And you might be like, well, wait, what do you mean not allow them to affect you? And I mean, well, I chose to break the emotional connection between getting bit and, and like a negative experience. So I sat down in lotus pose right by the campfire, and I just sat there, and I felt a mosquito jump on me, and I just allowed it to be. Then I felt another one jump on me, and another one. And my friend Melissa comes up to me and she's like, Agni, you got like 100 fucking mosquitoes on you. They're biting and I was like, oh, I don't care. I choose to not allow it to affect me. And I just sat there for half an hour while these mosquitoes just feasted. But then I was perfectly at peace. If we can do that, if we have the power to even allow like mosquitoes, something that are physically biting us, to like not affect us, to like be like, we're like, fuck that. I'm not going to give you power over me, mosquito. You bite me all you want. You're not going to control my emotional state. If we have that ability, imagine how much easier then it is to like, to ignore a dog or cat that's meowing or barking in the background, right? Let's see. They got to taste sweet Agni blood. Yeah, they wanted my blood. They wanted my blood. Those mosquitoes. They did. They pumped themselves full of Agni's blood, of my blood, right? But I chose to not allow it to affect me, right? And some of you might be saying, well, wait a minute, that's West Nile. What about all the bites and all that? But you know what? It was funny. It didn't. I chose then afterwards to not allow the prickly sensations, the stingings, to affect me. And okay, now I was nowhere near perfect in that endeavor, right? There were plenty of times where I'm like, oh, I'm fucking itching, right? And I would go and I'd start to itch, and then I'd be like, wait a minute, what am I doing? And then I would remember that I could choose to not allow it to affect me, and I would let it go. And then I wouldn't itch anymore. It's like if you can remember that, to let those things go and not itch, not scratch the itch, you don't reinforce the fact that it's a negative thing. And that's like the same thing with reality, right? If we can walk around in the world and like not allow the stupid, passive aggressive comments that like your coworker says to like, have a negative impact on your emotional well-being, if you can be more above that and overcome that and just not allow that to affect you, then and you can stay in that place of pure love and joy within, then life's going to be wonderful, and you're going to be able to feel great all the time, and it's going to be beautiful. But the second you get drawn into one of those, perceived passive-aggressive attacks, or like whatever, maybe like a tiny scratch on your car that you get, or like whatever, minor thing that occurs in your life, whenever you allow yourself to be super emotionally, your emotions to be contingent upon the outcome of that event, then you're a slave. You're a slave to that external event, right? And every time that thing happens, you're gonna like have that same negative feeling. And then you're just, what are you doing here, right? What are you doing? You're just gonna you don't have your freedom, And I choose freedom, and a lot of people in health and fitness community choose freedom as well. And that's why I respect the people here. Okay, that was a lot. I was a little talkative there, and that happens sometimes when I talk about things that I'm very passionate about. And JT Farms, yes, I will take your advice and I will breathe. And meditation is all about breath as well. So now we're going to lower the energy such that we can sit still and peaceful for a long duration of time. We'll start by making sure we're in comfortable clothes. You want to be in loose-fitting clothes that don't pull on your skin. And then you'll want to take a seat. You can sit in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged. You might want to sit with your back against the wall. You might want to sit in a chair. Sit however is most comfortable for you. And then close your eyes. And just take a few deep breaths. And just breathe. And I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that goes off every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. And breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. And breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. And breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. And breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath count. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Be mindful of your breath. Visualize yourself sitting atop a mountain, watching the clouds below. Two clouds merge into one, and one cloud separates into two. Clouds roll in over the horizon and move past your field of vision, disappearing from your sight. Those clouds are like your thoughts. Your thoughts pop into existence, stay a while, and then phase out of existence. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. And breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds, floating solely and safely away from you. The clouds depart over the horizon, and so do your thoughts, and you return your focus to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Focus on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds disappearing over the horizon. And return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, travel down deep below the level of thought. Go down into the place of oneness. The place of oneness exists in your heart chakra, and from there you feel pure love radiating in every direction. You explore the sensation of the love pulsating and the rhythmic flow of the beating of your heart. And that love is your essence. That love is your eternity. That love is your light. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Your essence is love. The manifestation of that love is light. Your purpose is to shine your light to others. By doing so, you will awaken their inner light. And then they will shine their light to all whom they encounter. And soon all of humanity will be lit. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. And breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. And breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds disappearing over the horizon. And return your focus to your breath. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Focus on your breath. Your essence is love. The manifestation of love is light. Your purpose is to shine your light to others. Which will awaken the awareness of their own love and light. And then they will shine their light onto those around them. And soon the whole world will be lit. And the ego will be no more. For we will choose to see with our third eye sight. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. And breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. And breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds disappearing over the horizon, and return your focus to your breath. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not benefit you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that obscures your third eye sight. Inhale, going deep down below the level of thought to the heart chakra. And exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in, feeling the pulsing love and light within your heart chakra. And breathe out, releasing any ego that tries to obstruct your third eye sight. Stay focused on the love within you. Stay focused on your breath. When you release the thoughts that are entering your mind, you travel next to your breath. And then once your breath is regular and calm, you travel to the place of love and light within. And if thoughts should arise in your mind again, you travel back to your breath. And once your breath count is regular, you travel back to the place of love and light. That is the journey back home. That is the journey to remembrance of your true self. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay in the place of pure love within. Reside there for a while. You deserve it, for you have battled hard in this phenomenal world. But now is the time for rest. Now is the time for love. Now is the time for peace. You can stay in this place of love for eternity if you so choose. For love is the only constant. And you were created out of pure love, and your essence is pure love. And you were also imbued with eternity. Your core is love. The manifestation of that love is light.
and your purpose is to help others see the light that shines within them. For their eyes have been obscured by ego distractions and distortions, such that they cannot see the radiating love at their core. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that obscures your third eye sight. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing any residual ego that may remain. Stay focused on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, release them and return to your breath. When your breath count is long and regular, return to the place of love in your heart chakra and reside there for as long as you wish, for that is your home. That is your love. That place is the source of creation. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that obscures your third eye sight. Take a few deep, long breaths on your own and be determined to stay within the place of love and oneness in your heart chakra. By remembering who you are, you remember that you reside within the source of creation. That is your home, that is your love, that is your light. And because you reside from the source of creation, you have been given everything. And you are eternal. Lack of any kind is inconceivable, for what is full cannot be empty. You are perfect in your own right, just the way you are, for you were created in perfection as an extension of light. And you radiate your light outward in every direction in the world, helping others awaken their own light. And by doing so, you fulfill your purpose in this world, and we all reunite in oneness. Time and space collapse, and eternity reigns eternal. Inhale, taking the deepest breath of the day, filling your chest and lungs with love and light. And exhale, releasing all stress, tension, and worry from your being. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of the day. Namaste. I am so grateful that you all showed up here to meditate and work on self-improvement. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I hope you all got something out of this. I hope it was a positive experience for you. I hope you really enjoyed it and were able to feel the peace and love within you. It's so important, especially when the world is so divided. We need a unification principle. We need something to unite. And this is what can do it, that pure love. Because I have the same love as you have, and you have the same love as everyone else has. So we can all just share in that love together. And we can unify as opposed to divide. Oh, namaste, brother. Another wonderful session. Thank you so much, kittens. Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, I felt this was good energy today. Thank you. And, you know, a lot of it had to do with the fact that you were here and other people were here, and we're exuding good love and light into the channel, you know, and that was great. So thank you all so much for showing up and doing the work. And JT Farms, you say, love, fire, thank you, power up our, I love it, yeah, power up, right? I mean, we're all trying to do that, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you really think about it, you know, what do people want? People just want to be happy. That's it, you know? That's all that anyone in the history of man has ever wanted, is just to be happy. And, you know, people look at all these external things in the world as things to give them happiness. Oh, if I could just have X in the world, then I'd be happy. Or if I could just, if Y would just, you know, win the game, I would be happy. Or if C would just love me, I would be happy. You know, if people look out into the external world for things to give them joy, but they're looking in the wrong place from the beginning, because by looking externally, by looking in the external world for joy, you're implying that you don't have joy within, that you don't have complete and unboundless joy within you already. Think about that. If you're looking for something external, you don't have it internally. Because if you had it internally, you wouldn't be looking externally, right? But if you remember and you realize that you have that pure love and joy within you, and that exactly what you're looking for externally is already in your heart chakra. It's already there. You already have it. That's your essence, and you have it eternally. It can never leave you. Then you don't need to look to all those other things in the external world to try to make you happy, because you have it within already. And that's the rub. That's the idea. That's what we need to spread around. That's what we need to teach, because not a lot of people remember that. Not a lot of people realize that every single thing they've ever needed is already within. Thank you for meditating with me. Namaste. Uh, let's see. P. Barrow, you said thank you. Well, thank you so much. And I'm so glad you could show up, and I hope it wasn't buffering for you today. I've done everything I can to try to fix the buffering issues that were occurring for some of you. I really hope that it wasn't buffering, but thank you so much for showing up. Your presence is much appreciated. I love you. I love everyone here. Everyone here is so sacred, because you're me. You're part of me. We're all the same. We're all identical. How could I feel anything other than pure love for everyone who I view as me, which is everyone? And if we think that way, I mean, how could you? There is no enemy, right? If you think that way, if you perceive reality from that perspective, there never was an enemy. There never was. It was just us playing make believe, right? So thank you so much, Terra Time. You're incredible. You're awesome. You're always pure love and light and joy and energy, shining in every direction. So amazing, Terra Time. You're incredible, and you have the best emote game I've seen on Twitch. Your emote game is incredible. I mean, the screen is constantly filled with your love and light. You manifest your love and light. I mean, that must have been like a good day for you when that emote wall update came in, right? You must have been you must have been pretty. You must have been smiling, ear to ear. Your grin must have been pretty wide, right? When you saw that emote wall for the first time. I bet you were like, whoa, look at that. And then you tried it out, and you probably really got some good satisfaction out of that. That would have been a cool day a cool scene to experience. What happens, Terra Time's emotional response when they come out with the emote wall widget. That's awesome. You have the smile on my face all day. You do, because you're pure love and you recognize it. You realize it. You're in that space. And thank you. And P Bear, all good with you too. And what is that? A butterfly? Looks like a butterfly there. That's beautiful. Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you all so much. And I've been trying to grow the channel. If you haven't clicked follow, please click follow or subscribe if you want. And if you got something out of this, come back. That's the main thing. Come back and check out another show, another meditation. We do philosophy and meditations. I'm on here about six days a week or so, and I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to teach more people meditation, because it's so important, right? When we meditate, we feel whole, and we remember who we are. And what's more important than that? I can't think of anything. All right, time for rating. Let's see who we're going to raid today. It's always an interesting moment. Check Meow is on, but I think she might be doing a rerun. Let me look real quick. Let me check it out. Because if she's doing a rerun, I don't want to stream a rerun. Let's check it out. Yeah, I don't even see her listed anymore, actually. All right. Oh, I know. We have a good person to raid. I'm sorry about that. We have Alchemutation. He's awesome. He's a groove metal artist and just a super genuine guy. One of the reasons I like Alchemutation so much is that, for years, the heavy metal community has got the stigma of being like, mean or cruel or whatever, but that's not the case. That's just a stereotype. Some of the best people, I'm into heavy metal, and look, I'm preaching love. I mean, I'm preaching love and forgiveness. That's what I talk about here, and try to open up the awareness to love's presence within each one of us, right? And I'm into heavy metal. It's like we can be into these different disciplines and still feel that love. And Alchemutation is like that. He's all about pure love and kindness and joy. He's just a good good human being. So we're going to rate him. So give him some love and light when you see him, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.